The 10-Piso ASEAN coin, commemorating the Philippines as its 2026 chair. This coin commemorates the role of the Philippines as chair of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations in 2026 and highlights the country's leadership and contributions to the region. The reverse side of the coin features the ASEAN 2026 official logo, which represents the year's theme, Navigating Our Future Together. It also includes an engraved QR code that links directly to the BSP website for ASEAN updates. And the lettering translates ASEAN Philippines 2026. Central Bank of the Philippines. This includes a QR code on the coin bridge's tradition and technology, enabling the public to access real-time updates of ASEAN events through digital experiences. The ASEAN 2026 logo is composed of 4 core elements: rice stalk, weave pattern, wave, and balanai. At its heart is the balanai. The only red-colored element in the logo was inspired by the pre-colonial Filipino boat called balanai, a traditional Filipino boat representing collective journey and shared purpose. Imagined here to represent the ASEAN vessel. Many nations aboard one journey, navigating the currents of global transformation side by side. It is an emblematic symbol of navigational prowess, trade, and cultural ingenuity, and more significantly, is a symbol of the beginning of the journey for travel and tourism. Flowing beneath it is a waves. This signifies maritime security and cooperation, and a nod to the waters that connect ASEAN member states. These seas have long carried their trade, their dialogue, and their solidarity. Anchoring the design is a golden rice stalk, symbolizes nourishment and abundance, and reflects ASEAN commitment to food security. Each yellow grain represents the member states, with the 11th grain marking Timor-Leste's entry into the regional community. Interwoven into the design is a weave pattern. It embodies the strength found in interconnection, and for this instance, the coming together of cultures, values, and aspirations. Each yellow thread is bound by a shared purpose that forms a vibrant tapestry of unity and collective progress among the ASEAN nations. Additionally, the balanai, or also known as the Butuan boat, is the national boat of the Philippines. It is a plank-built, edge-pegged wooden watercraft that dates back to 320 CE, making it the oldest known wooden boat excavated in Southeast Asia. The ancient watercraft represents the exceptional maritime ingenuity, bravery, and seafaring expertise of pre-colonial Filipinos. The term balanai is also the historical root of the word barangay, which is the smallest administrative unit in the Philippines. The obverse side retains the standard design of the currently circulating 10 piso from the new generation currency coin series. It features Apolinario Mabini facing front right. The year, denomination, and mint mark superimposed on repeated microtext of country name. And the lettering translates, Republic of the Philippines. Apolinario Mabini Maranan was a Filipino revolutionary leader, educator, lawyer, and statesman who served first as a legal and constitutional advisor to the revolutionary government, and then as the first Prime Minister of the Philippines upon the establishment of the First Philippine Republic. He is regarded as the brain of the revolution by historians, and is also considered as a national hero in the Philippines. Mabini's work and thoughts on the government shaped the Philippines' fight for independence over the next century. Apolinario Mabini Maranan was born the second of 8 children around 43 miles south of Manila on July 23, 1864. His parents were very poor. His father, Inocencio Mabini, was a peasant farmer, and his mother, Jonigia Maranan, supplemented their farm income as a vendor at the local market. As a child, Apolinario was remarkably intelligent and studious. Despite his family's poverty, he studied at a school in Tanawan under the tutelage of Simplicio Avellino, working as a houseboy and tailor's assistant to earn his room and board. He then transferred to a school run by the famed educator Fray Valerio Malabanan. In 1881, at the age of 17, Mabini won a partial scholarship to Manila's Colegio de San Juan de Letran. Once again, he worked throughout his schooling, this time by teaching younger students Latin. Apolinario earned his bachelor's degree and official recognition as a professor of Latin in 1887. He went on to study law at the University of Santo Tomas. From there, Mabini entered the legal profession in order to defend poor people. He had himself faced discrimination in school from fellow students and professors who picked on him for his shabby clothing before they realized how brilliant he was. It took Mabini 6 years to complete his law degree since he worked long hours as a law clerk and a court transcriptionist in addition to his studies. He ultimately earned his law degree in 1894 at the age of 30. While at school, Mabini supported the reform movement. This conservative group was mainly made up of middle and upper-class Filipinos calling for changes to Spanish colonial rule rather than outright Philippine independence. Intellectual, author, and physician Jose Rizal was also active in this movement. In September 1894, Mabini helped establish the reformist Cuerpo de Compromisarios, the body of compromisers, which sought to negotiate better treatment from Spanish officials. Pro-independence activists, mostly from the lower classes, joined the more radical Katipunan movement instead. Established by Andrés Bonifacio, the Katipunan movement advocated armed revolution against Spain. In 1895, Mabini was admitted to the lawyer's bar and worked as a newly minted lawyer in the Adriano law offices in Manila, while he also served as the secretary of the Cuerpo de Compromisarios. However, early in 1896, Apolinario Mabini contracted polio, which left his legs paralyzed. In an insurrection organized in August 1896 by nationalists, he joined the forces of the patriot General Emilio Aguinaldo and soon became his right-hand man. Ironically, this disability saved his life that autumn. The colonial police arrested Mabini in October of 1896 for his work with the reform movement. He was still under house arrest at the San Juan de Dios Hospital on December 30th of that year when the colonial government summarily executed Jose Rizal, and it's believed that Mabini's polio likely kept him from the same fate. When the Spanish-American War broke out in 1898, Mabini urged cooperation with the United States as a means to gain freedom from Spain. At a convention held at the market town of Malolos in September and October 1898, an independent republic was proclaimed with Aguinaldo as its president. Mabini drew up its constitution, which resembled that of the United States. When the United States announced, however, that it would annex the Philippines, Mabini joined Aguinaldo in a renewed struggle for independence. He was captured by U.S. troops in December 1899, and because he refused to swear allegiance to the United States, was exiled to Guam, not being allowed to return home until a few months before his death. Mabini wrote La Revolución Filipina, which was published in 1931. This 2026 Philippines 10-Piso ASEAN commemorative coin of the Philippines has a numismatic value equivalent to its face value of 10 Philippine peso. Is legal tender minted for general circulation and can be used for everyday payments alongside existing 10-Piso coins. Coin features: Issuer: Philippines. Issuing bank: Central Bank of the Philippines. Coin type: circulating commemorative coins. Year: 2026. Value: 10 pesos. Composition: nickel-plated steel. Weight: 8 grams. Diameter: 27 millimeters. Thickness: 2.05 millimeters. Shape: round, Technique: milled. Orientation: metal alignment. Date of issued: November 26, 2025.